What is life? Life is about compromise and realizing you can't always get what you want.
Now you can always get what you want without compromise with the new Quattro Pizza from Little Caesars. With 2 slices each of cheese, pepperoni, sausage and pepperoni, and sausage and bruschetta, it's 4 tasty pizzas in one, all for just $7. Take that compromise. How's it feel to get literally everything you want in one large Quattro Pizza, hot and ready every day from 4 to 8 at Little Caesars?
Pizza, 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 pizza.
Participating locations for a limited time plus tax. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
Live. We good? Are we live yet? I did this earlier, and I thought I was live, and I did about half an hour's worth of show, and the thing wasn't even recording or live at all, and it really sucked. Yo, Sean here, and
this show is explicit.
This show is
If you
explicit.
are under the age of 18, please get the fuck on out of here.
Get the fuck on.
Thank you. This message is brought to you by
Thank you.
Kabuna. Kabuna, Kabuna, Kabuna.
No. This show is explicit. I like to swear. I believe that swearing is a very important thing because, I mean, you should not limit the amount of expression or the means of expression towards any kind of statement, really. Let's take the F word, for instance. The F word comes from the Middle Ages. It's an acronym. It means fornication under consent of king. And the irony is that we are, because back in the day, the serfs or poor people would, they would have a lot of babies. And, they wanted to make it so that way, if you wanted to make babies, then you had to get consent by the king. Ain't that some? Now it's like, oh, you can't even swear. You can't use words around. And I get it. They call it curse words. That's because of the generalized exception of what a word means. If you think about it, words didn't always exist. It really comes from the overall grand, acceptance of what anything means. But in everything, in every way, there is always an irony when we live in a world of duality spectrum. Because the duality spectrum is not real. And so therefore, everything can be undone. Everything can be shown to be illusion. And it's really easy, actually. All it takes is having that sense of humor. Sense of humor to see between the lines. To have that balance. That Libra balance. That's what it means. Well, I got a new track out, and I'm going to play that now. And I hope you dig it. You dig? I know about these motherfuckers.
Real though.
He clocked.
I know, right?
Well, I'm pissed. Heated. Just like I should be. Fakest motherfuckers everywhere that I go. So I'ma shine it real on your shady ego.
Your shady egos.
Right.
Shady egos.
So here I go. Barely learn to read, ask mama what's that? Sodium fluoride, that's how we don't talk back. Picture 14, Twin Towers collapse. CIA funded Wikipedia that. Biggest motherfuckers, but I don't blame them. I take responsibility like a grown ass man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. But I'm pissed. Yeah, heated. Used to believe in equality, but then too many women cheated. Guys ain't any better cause they lie and cheat too. I'm a fair Libra motherfucker. I guess I'm more equaler than you. I never cheated in my life. True, some are devoted and the potent love shines. Surround the angelic cause we the hope for mankind.
That's
Many
right.
betray their lovers but we don't judge them. Taking responsibility like human.
That's fucking woke
got
right
it.
there. That's fucking woke.
You got
Shit.
nada.
Digging.
Pissed. Well, I am pissed.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Motherfucking livid.
So unlimited. Crazy shit.
Well, I'm pissed.
Pissed.
Livid. like Popeye, but way too much spinach.
Way too much spinach.
But Andre Nicotina, lifting weights like they was women, and yet women all around me. Guess I'm Gandhi, got no vision, see the statement, got no citation. I reject it for revision.
That's right.
I don't need no intuition.
To my third eye, no.
But the guru and the woken age, they couldn't crypto token, and as long as payment's owing, then you're cool really growing.
Alright, chill.
Yeah, I'm pissed.
Pissed.
So damn pissed.
Pissed.
So damn pissed.
Pissed.
So damn pissed, motherfucker, I'm living. Yeah, I'm so damn pissed. Kagan had me crunked up. My goes back to Hawaii, just as 40 water run. Cause y'all ain't the West, Cali ain't the West. Maui no ka orcas, kama I'm at the best. Plenty pillar kia, so you listen up clear.
Listen
True,
up
1,000 mile long, middle finger across the ocean to you.
Yeah. That's right.
Ooh, mao ka e, oka aina ika pono o Hawaii. Cause y'all motherfuckers be zombies.
Zombies. Motherfucking zombies.
You probably buy a double shot of pumpkin latte if it was sold by Knots.
You waiting in line and shit, huh?
Sure, when the homeless up and die, nobody even blinks an eye.
Don't lie.
Ignorance is murder from your greedy way of life. Awareness is connection. Can you even read between the lines?
Guys need to wake the fuck up.
Get that fluoride all up in your fucking pineal.
Real talk.
You need to do a cleansing, not just achieve that. Maybe buy some of that Tom's over at Walgreens.
Some big ass quarters or
So
something.
damn pissed. Like I should be.
Like I should be.
Said it, I'm so damn pissed.
So
Like I should be.
like I should be. Like I should be.
Motherfuckers running from negativity.
Scary.
You know,
that's a
one of
huge
these
thing.
days,
I-
you're gonna have to face your shit.
So let me put on a little backdrop because I don't know if I explained all that stuff too much, too well.
Kapuna.
That's right. A little bit of that Hawaiian sauce for you there. Basically, with the Gandhi part, you see, a lot of people don't know this about Gandhi, but Gandhi liked to sleep in bed naked with a lot of women. Now, he didn't do anything, maybe, but, he did, even underage women, while he was old. That's a thing. Yes, Tyler Durden, what's up? My cat right here, excuse me. Tyler wanted to say something. Yes, I named my cat Tyler Durden. That is after the, Brad Pitt's character in Fight Club. Because my cat is a badass like that. What do you want, Tyler? What's up? Meow, meow. Oh, he's probably going to kick my ass soon. That's probably what it is. Anyways, let's see, the fluoride part, right? Now, everybody should know this. If you don't know it, then, well, you're gonna right now. As soon as I let the cat out. Yes, Tyler. That's my best friend right there. I love that cat. Oh, sorry if I'm here, let me speak into the mic. Maybe that would help, huh? Alright, well, fluoride. Fluoride gives a lot of things, besides being a obvious neurotoxin, even though there's a lot of debate about it, when there's a lot of scientific evidence that shows that it is. And, what they like to say right now is it can create neurotoxicity, but the government does not label it as a neurotoxin right now, even though I swear I remember that the FDA did at one point, and I remember citing it too. I remember being on their site and linking it. I'll have to check my notes because I tried to look for it again and could not find it, and supposedly it never existed. But yeah, no, fluoride. Right. They put it in our toothpaste. I don't even think about the they, them thing. Because, all that whatever with the tinfoil hats and, trying to claim blame against some, evil people that are out to get you. That gets us nowhere, really. Because if logic can explain the whole thing, then there's really no need for that whole paranoia thing, right? You see, people make money. They make money off of these things. Now, the system kind of is designed like that right now. It's not like people planned it out like that. It became like that after we went through the Great Depression. Just like any cancer cell mentality thing, or any cancer cell becomes a cancer cell through toxicity, dehydration, and malnutrition, which was going on right then at that time. A lot. They needed to create jobs. So what did they do? They created planned obsolescence. I think Ford was the first to do planned obsolescence. That's where you make things to break. That way people got to buy more. Wastes resources, but it makes money. And it creates jobs. And we needed it at the time. Fast forward, now we have, we have this money-based system where a company has got to grow. It's got to grow. A CEO, his job is to make sure the company grows. If it does not, then what happens is he gets the boot. Because that's bad for stocks. So, by default, every CEO has incentive to cut corners, to do what must be done for the company, and and it's taught that too. And that's just how it goes. It's not anybody's fault. It's all of our faults. So there's no point in blaming when you're not doing shit, If you're not doing anything to change the system, if you're not helping build it, a new system, to quote Buckminster Fuller, the way that you change your system is you don't fight it, you build a system that makes the old system obsolete. If you'd like to do that with me, then that's totally feasible and possible and actually happening already. So, you could take action. You could take action your own way. You could make up a way. As my friend Thomas Stradler used to say, you don't have to do everything. Just do something. Right? Because if we don't do anything, now a lot of people have said this and quoted it through the years, so I won't even bother naming the names. I think 2 presidents, like a couple actors. If basically it comes down to, if you don't do anything, that's making a choice. That is you making a choice. That is making the choice basically to be irresponsible. And that's where I see a lot of the light workers actually nowadays. Irresponsible. Oh God. This is a tough one. See, that's all what it comes down to, is the whole self-love thing. Now, don't get me wrong, because I understand, and I was totally with it for the first, part of the whole, wave of it. Right, and I get it, so don't project onto me all that, rejection theorem, all oh, well, you just need to love yourself. Get the fuck on out of here with that. I'm the only one loving and knowing myself. Not the only one, excuse me. I know there's half of us that do know ourselves and love ourselves. But this is the age of Aquarius, the humanitarian. We're supposed to be focusing on the whole. Now, of course, yes, a lot of us do have to focus on self-love, and I'm not totally against it at all. But there's got to be the balance. It cannot be it's not a law stating that it has to be everybody focusing on themselves, because by default, if that was to happen, the whole shit would collapse. Nobody would be empathic or caring. In fact, I see that it's over tilting that way right now. You've got a lot of narcissism going on. People are losing empathy. People are forgetting what it's like to take responsibility for each other. Now, that's what an adult does, That's how you were born, and that's why you're alive. because people took responsibility over you. You would not be alive if not for that. So have some respect at least for your elders. And learn a thing about it. Because the mature take responsibility. And the more mature you are, the more responsibility you take. Let that sink in a bit. It's true. It's true. See, it comes with empathy too. It comes with wisdom. You can always tell when a person is wise because they're taking responsibility. That means that they've humbled themselves enough through time to have been and gone through the emotions of being wrong, of being taught, and being able to empathize with both sides. And that's like if you've ever had a brother or sister growing up and you fought a lot. That's how your parent was able to not choose the person's side every time or something like that, and kind of just like scold you both. Because the point is to get along. It's not about who's wrong or who's right. Those things can happen and will happen and do happen naturally within the person themselves. But as we blame and try to punish, they do not happen naturally. And they generally don't happen at all within each other, So if you've ever seen a vegan argue with a carnist, blaming them, what happens? The carnist trolls back. There's no empathy gained. Only when the two become one is there the irony found. This is in the Astrology. I talked about this in an earlier episode. This is the yin and the yang becoming that Gemini. Gemini is what? The mirroring image. It is not. It's not polarity. It's not duality. Those are two men that look exactly the same, mirroring each other, or sometimes women, depending. But I mean, in general, what it really is it's really electrons as they both collide and bend space and time to open up the fabric of space and time, which releases photons. This is how photons emerge. This is a fact. This is just how it is. Photons come from two electrons colliding. Now, the thing about electrons is, as any scientist, quantum physicist, whatever you want to call it, any person in any realm that deals with electrons knows that inherently every electron is exactly the same. The only difference is the spin. So it's really just the same thing. You could consider it as just maybe there's just one electron all throughout all of the universe, and it's just many different points in space and time. Makes sense to my ass. In any case, that's how light emerges. It's when two get close enough to go, oh my god, we're the same thing. We're not different. We've been arguing for nothing. It's like that meme that goes around where people see it, right? It's got two people standing on opposite sides. They're looking at the number 6 or 9, depending on which one's facing which side, and they're both saying different things. One says it's 6, the other says it's 9, and it's really just like a drawing in the ground, dude. It's dirt. You guys are arguing over meanings, but the thing is about logic and all these things, values come in a cycle. It's cyclical. That's how we do astrology. If you look at the zodiac, every single sign has a human value, an experience and expression of it. From any angle of the zodiac, looking at any other angle, well, there is a specific and exact emotional expression, a specific and exact perspective. And sometimes, I like to say, 1 out of 12 times, it is just completely blind to it, and it cannot see it at all. These are oppositions. And the only way that in any sense of the matter, whether it's Aries and Libra, whether it's Taurus and Scorpio, whether it's Gemini and Sagittarius, whether it's Cancer and Capricorn, whether it's Leo and Aquarius, or whether it's Virgo and Pisces. Any of these oppositions, they're going to be blind to each other, specifically, because the values that they hold, the perspective that they see by. Well, let's say you were out there in space, right? The opposite side. Well, that's the planet in the way. You're not going to be able to just get the Earth in the way. You're not going to be able to see the other dude, at all. The only way that it works is with blind faith. With blind faith, you can take that leap of faith, and you can trust the other person. You can say, okay, maybe my eyes are seeing something wrong, and maybe my ears are hearing something that my mind just does not process right, and maybe my whole thoughts on the matter are wrong. And I can promise you, whenever two argue, this is always the case. I can promise you that. In fact, I would bet money on it, and I would say that if there's any couple that would want to challenge this and put this to the test, come up, put your money down. I will show you both how you're wrong. I'm very good at it. I'm so good at it. I'm so good at it because I'm balanced. And I read between the lines. That does not mean, I read between the lies. That's not so two-dimensional. No. To read between the lines is to see the silver lining in the clouds. It's to have the sense of humor, to understand where a person is in denial. What they're in denial of. And it's always the case. Always the case whenever you have a value being fought for. It's denial. Always. Right now, we've got this whole self-love thing going on, right? That's denial of empathizing with other people. And you can see it. You can see it in the lack of responsibility being taken. Right? Every sense of the matter. Look at what happens when you go out into these groups and you talk to these people. They have no idea anymore how to take responsibility for anything. Anything. At all. They have no sense of being humble. And therefore they have no sense of awareness. And they're losing touch with the way. Because the way and the path takes being humble. And it takes humbling itself. This is why the Essenes taught to the Egyptians or initiates that weren't even from Egypt. Didn't matter. Those the initiates that were in Egypt, that came to Egypt, and that practiced with the Essenes, had to bow down low as they entered that crevice in the pyramid. I can't remember what chamber or whatnot it's called, but they built that thing. It was low down and probably built it for a different reason, but in any case, they used it and said it as, this is to humble yourself, to remember to practice to be humble. And it's true. Every step of gaining a higher awareness takes humbling itself. This is by default, and it makes very simple sense. Why? It's because the answers are already there. We already have all the answers. We already have everything we need. It's always right in front of us. And we're always the one in the way. Always. Every time. And it can hurt, and it can be hard to see, and we do deny it. Of course. Ego. Well, here's the thing, is that wisdom takes empathy, empathizing with another. Now, empathy is the thing that happens in the heart. It happens through love and feeling. And sometimes, to reach that, you have to go through the pain and the feeling of the pain. A lot of times, the feeling of the pain is really shame and guilt. You're going to have to go through it. You're going to have to feel it if you want to understand things. There's no going around it. And the opposite of that is the denial and projection of the shame not wanting to be felt, and that projects as the specific blames. This is what happened to Jesus Christ. This is what happens every time, every single time. And it's looking really bad now. Really bad. In a old book, if you've never heard of Edgar Cayce. Edgar Cayce is the most profound and most well-recorded and documented psychic probably ever, at least with the documents that we have. He did about, I think it was 14,032 or something like that, readings that were all transcribed on the spot by his stenographer and friend, and actually his twin flame, as weird as that is, because he was married to somebody else. And anyways, well, he did a lot of readings about the Bible, and a lot of them were about the Book of Revelations, because people asked about that a lot. I can't even believe that right now people still think that the Book of Revelations is about some prophecy of the end of the world, and it's really it's scary, because if anything, they're just creating that, by living by that standards and perpetuating those kinds of fear-based mentalities. Actually, no, the Book of Revelations was a dream that John had when he went to prison. And it very much explains it as a dream. And in that dream, I can't remember who it was, I think it was Paul or something like that, visited him as an angel, just as he said he would, before the Roman soldiers took him away and they parted ways. He said, I will come to you after they kill me. You'll see me. And that's what happened. And he gave him the message, and since it's a dream, you gotta use dream interpretation. As Edgar Cayce does explain it, though. He does explain it that a thing is as a thing is as a thing. So as a thing is a thing, it happens on all realms. So yeah, sure, there is the worldly representative of it. But if you do not understand the context, and you do not know what to associate it with, then you will have no idea what the things represent, or what they mean to say at all. So, yeah, it talks a lot about the 7 churches and the 7 lamps, and those are actually the glandular system. The entire Book of Revelations is a map. It's a map with a guidance to awaken the Kundalini. Edgar Cayce goes into depth in his book. I think it's basically called the Book of Revelations. I think it says a commentary by Edgar Cayce, something like that. Look it up, it's free, there's a PDF online. It's very astounding. In that book, it talks about, in one of the readings mentioned, he's asked about the Antichrist. And he explains that the Antichrist consciousness is a thing, and it will be a thing. And I don't have it in front of me, so I'm going to loosely quote, but please do look it up. PDF online. Explains that it will show itself even in the lives of men. He explains that it has the nature of taking possession over groups, which is a funny thing because I see that going on Facebook. And it will be of the nature of self-love and self-worship. Interesting. Interesting, he says that. And actually, that makes a lot of sense, right? Because people, in their lack of understanding who they are, who they truly are, well, what would happen is that they would, in their denials of facing their emotions, they would create blockages between them and those emotions. Nowadays, we have this thing going about raise your vibration, positivity, don't look at anything negative. Yeah, good idea. That's a horrible idea. We've got people that are not looking at themselves, not looking at their inner demons. Ironically, self-love, more like preservation of the ego, and spiraling down into oblivious denial. And it's horrible, It's sad because nobody's taking responsibility for anything else but themselves, in the sense that they're losing touch with empathy. Now, if you could truly feel another person's energy, well, then naturally you would want to help them, right? That's the very, very little of that going on out there. There is a catch pool of excuses, arguments set, and a strategy of melodrama, drama-causing, lies, deceit, everything you could think of that the Antichrist would be. That's basically what they do, And the worst part about it is, it's a hive mind thing. That's right. Remember what he said. He said the Antichrist consciousness. It's a hive mind thing. So it's not the people. Remember what Jesus said on the cross, forgive them for they do not know what they do. It's true. I think I'm giving out too much universal secrets right now. But, I doubt anybody's listening anyways. Well, if you are, then good on you. And, yeah. In any case, that's how it is, and that's how it goes, and that's fucking yada yada. That's that. Psychics exist. Psychic powers exist. It's not a power because it's a sensitivity, but as you see it as a power, you lose that sensitivity. And the power takes over you, which means you become a zombie for the hive mind of whatever. Who the fuck knows? Fear-based mentality spectrum. I think that some people call it egregore or something like that, which is basically the creation or creating of a decision of a thing being real. Which is magic, isn't it? Isn't that how it works? Since the dawn of man and Adam started labeling all the shit. It's the choice. Luckily, we have people like me who are, on the verge of insanity. And, I'm genius, okay? I'm a genius. I am a certified genius, and I have an IQ of 153. That was back then, though, so it's probably a lot more now, ever since this shit started. And yeah, if you would like to awaken and go through a huge amount of spiritual happenings and basically be able to see through a lot of bullshit, and what you want is Multivite, and I am totally selling it. Yeah, buy a piece. But you gotta pay for shipping too, because I'm not paying for that. I'll sell it for like $55, and then plus shipping. Probably it's going to be like another 7. So like 62 total. Which is not bad at all. Not for the sizes I got. Yeah, no, I got faceted. They're very pretty. I also got the unfaceted. I got the raw ones too. I think that there's a picture up there with that. And yeah, they're sexy too. Actually, those go by the gram. So I will have to weigh them. You'll have to wait on those. And yeah, in any case, my whole journey down the, no, I don't want to say down, because it was up. It was up the upside down rabbit hole, or out of the rabbit hole. There you go. Started from moldavite, a small piece of moldavite. They are expensive. You see, they're a tektite, which means that they came from a impact crater from a meteor, and these specific ones came from Czech. From the meteor that, that sent the dinosaurs away to Happy Land. And thinking about those kind of things, it always trips me out. Because when we think about how Edgar Cayce, Rudolf Steiner, Blavatsky, or the ancient Hawaiian kahunas in the Kumulipo explain things, it was more like a dream. Back in the day, things were less solid, and you could manifest things better, or easier, I should say. Which is a very interesting thought. Very interesting, especially when it comes to these things like tektites. Now, moldavite is not the oldest. I think the oldest is found in Australia. But all of these are very rare, and I think there's only like less than a dozen or so different kinds of tektites. Because, I mean, it takes a lot of heat to make these things, So these come from giant impacts. And they're very limited supply. Actually, the only, as far as I know, mine that there is for moldavite, because it's only from the one place, right? They stopped mining in 2017. So I went and I bought wholesale. I was like, okay, yeah, oh wow, even the wholesale seller is like low. Okay, yep, definitely buying a bunch. And yeah. So that's that, and that's there. And I'm setting up my shop over at kapahuna.com. That's not done yet, so don't rush. But yeah. And I was having a chat with my friend. And oh yeah, you should check out her page too, by the way. Astro Dreaming. She's a very good astrologer. And she does Mayan. Or Aztec, or maybe they're the same thing. I don't know, really, but it's really interesting stuff. A lot of really profound things. Other than that, I also got a couple things going on. I'm trying to meld together two business partnerships. One of them with an amazing genius idea. Well, they're both actually genius ideas, actually. And one, you got this Italian man who invented this process that uses a voting system. It's ultra dimensional. I want to say it's above the dimension that we think in and processing. We think of things like, oh, yes or no, right? Well, he made a system that's a little different. I won't give it out here because that would be like not cool. But it's above that. It's a more logical way, and it's already been used by the Italian government, so that's cool. Fortunately for business-wise, I guess fortunate for me in the sense that it's not translated in English fully yet, so I am helping with that, and that's fun. And the other side, I do have my good friend Any Try Roland, former client actually, and I helped her start up, and yeah, it's been about a year now, it seems like, and we're back together, but this time it's as a business partnership. And she has been doing a lot of work on her company. It's looking good. Things are looking tight. I was really impressed by some professional photos. I asked her for some professional photos for a landing page or document that I was doing. And yeah, I was really surprised by the images she sent back. It was very cool. I won't give out everything about that either. Actually, you'll have to wait and see. But if you are catching this from one of the shared to stations, like I think Spotify catches this, iHeartRadio catches this, I think SoundCloud might, Google Play, then go over Kapahuna, type in Kapahuna, just Kapuhuna. I know there's another company spelled almost like mine, and it's crazy. I tripped out. They're almost spelled the same, and they almost look the same, too. But Kapahuna, Huna. And yeah, you type that in, you'll find, just connect with me. And I've got everything, pretty much integrated to AutoShare, but almost everything. I'm still working on some kinks in the matter, but I think so far I've got the biggest web, I want to say. If we could call it a web, maybe let's call it a net. Yeah. I've got probably the biggest integrated net out of any company in the world. Probably. I believe so, actually. With over 4,000 accounts online on different websites, and API integration, linking at least a couple hundred. I mean, sure, a lot of them broke down and stuff like that, but I mean, I let things go sometimes. You don't need them. That would be cool if I had a team. We'd be powerful in a positive way. Yeah, that'd be cool. In any case, I'm running low on time. Much love. I hope you caught this with a lot of empathy, because you cannot understand a thing without empathy. Without empathy, there is no awareness. Much love.
I know about these motherfuckers.
Real though.
Get clocked.
I know, right?
Well, I'm pissed. Heated. Just like I should be. Fakest motherfuckers everywhere that I go. So I'ma shine it real on your shady ego. So here I go. Barely learn to read, ask mama what's that? Sodium fluoride, that's how we don't talk back. Picture 14, Twin Towers collapse. CIA funded Wikipedia that. Biggest motherfuckers, but I don't blame them. I take responsibility like a grown ass man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. But I'm pissed. Yeah, heated. Used to believe in equality, but then too many women cheated. Guys ain't any better cause they lie and cheat too. I'm a fair Libra motherfucker. I guess I'm more equaler than you. I never cheated in my life. Choosing my devoted and the potent love shines. Surround the angelic cause we the hope for mankind.
That's
Many
right.
betray their lovers but we don't judge them. Taking responsibility like human.
That's fucking woke right there. That's fucking woke.
What you got?
Shit.
Nada.
Dig it.
Well, I am pissed.
Shit, me too, bro.
Motherfucking livid.
So livid. It ain't crazy shit.
Well, I'm pissed. Livid. Like Popeye, but way too much spinach.
Way too much spinach.
Bumping on your nicotine and lifting weights like they was women. And yeah, women all around me. Guess I'm gone to got ambitions. In this statement, got no citation. I reject it for revision.
That's right.
I don't need no intuition.
To my third eye, no.
But the guru and the woken age, Bitcoin crypto token, and as long as payment's on, then you're cool, really growing. Alright.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm pissed. So damn pissed. So damn pissed, motherfucker, I'm living. Yeah, I'm so damn pissed. Kagan had me crunked up. My goes back to Hawaii, Jesus 40 water run. Cause y'all ain't the West, Cali ain't the West.
Nope.
Maui no co-workers call my eye at the best. Plenty pillar kia, so you listen up clear.
Listen
Triple
up
1,000
clear.
mile long, middle finger across the ocean to you.
Yeah. That's right.
Ooh, Mauka, oka aina ika pono o Hawaii. Cause y'all mother motherfuckers be zombies.
Zombies. Motherfucking zombies.
You'd probably buy a double shot of pumpkin latte if it was sold by Nazi.
You waiting in line and shit, huh?
Sure, when the homeless up and die, nobody even blinks an eye.
Don't lie.
Ignorance is murder from the greedy way of life. Awareness is connection. Can you even read between the lines?
Guys need to wake the fuck up.
Get that fluoride all up in your fucking pineal.
Real talk.
You need to do a cleansing, not just achieve that. Maybe buy some of that Tom's over at
Napa know-how.
Why should you buy a 99-cent Napa bag? Because it's no ordinary bag. It can save you 20% on 3 or more items you can fit inside. Some call that magic. Others say it's the 8th wonder of the world. But whatever it is, it's the best way to save you 20% on brakes, filters, wipers, and more. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Minimum 3 items. Exclusions apply. Offer ends 10/31/19.